Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RWF Rocktoberfest. My name is Paps LaRue, here to call the action from ringside. We are now in our third special event here in the RWF, and we have one hell of a lineup for you here this evening. Both of our titles here in the RWF will be on the line this evening. The main event of this evening, the RWF champion Bags will have to defend his RWF championship belt in an elimination beer tent match against 5 other opponents, and he will have to do so coming from the number 1 position. Will he be able to do it, or will we finally be crowning a new RWF champion here this evening? But coming up before that, we've got ourselves the Rock Foundation Championship on the line, as Billy Doc Niles, a.k.a. Mr. Fister, will be putting that RWF Rock Foundation Championship on the line inside a steel cage in a triple threat match against these two. T-Bone and the boss man of the entire building, Ring Boy, will be joining us all up in his Rocktoberfest garb, the lederhosen, if you will. It hasn't done him so well in the past as a good luck charm. Let's see if it's any better tonight as we celebrate both brews and booze, getting spooky and drinking brewski. It's RWF Rocktoberfest, and it's right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got ourselves the Rocktoberfest. Well, Rock Arena has been decorated for Rocktoberfest. Coming out to the arena first, he was the very first Rock Foundation champion, winning it in an elimination match in his own right. T-Bone coming out to the ring. It was a 4-man match for that, 4-man elimination match for the inaugural Rock Foundation championship. In fact, T-Bone did so well in that match, he eliminated all 3 of the other competitors. He had one successful title defense against Gene, a rather quick one, too. That match was over in about 15 seconds. Then he ended up losing it to L. Scott Roberto Shaw. We will see him later on tonight, challenging for that RWF championship title. But then he ended up losing it to L. Scott Roberto Shaw, and he's been dry ever since. So see if he can test his luck in this cage match this evening. Coming to the ring now, the boss man of the entire building, Ring Boy, out in his lederhosen. He likes to do that shimmy. He likes to do that strut. He's all about having fun. Probably should do a little something about that back hair, but that's fine. We all have our faults, I suppose. Ring Boy so far has had one match here in the RWF, where he was actually took up the Rock Foundation champion Billy Doc Niles for a match. It was a losing effort, but it was one hell of an effort at that. So you definitely got to tip your hat, your German hat, if you will, to the boss man Ring Boy in this one. He's been given a second chance, a second breath of life. Will he fare better in a steel cage match tonight with 2 other opponents? I guess we'll find out. Rock Foundation Championship Gold is on the line. A little appealing to the crowd. He loves to get people dancing. He's having a good time here in the RWF. He's happy to be involved. He sits in an office all day doing Lord knows what. So he's happy to be seeing sunlight at this moment. Probably the top of that head looking a little happy to see some sunlight at this moment as well. That's going to bring out our Rock Foundation champion, Mr. Fister, Billy Doc Niles. The longest reigning Rock Foundation champion, by the way, has successfully defended that belt, I believe, 4 times here in the RWF. Of course, the Rock Foundation Championship is the title that must be defended every single week here on RWF television. And these special events are no exception. As a matter of fact, we like to turn things up for the special events. And Billy Doc Niles said, hey, I'm not going to be in the elimination beer tent later on tonight. So he's going to have a little beer tent of his own here, a steel cage match. Winner take all for that Rock Foundation Championship you see tied around his belt. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Rock Foundation has done some wonderful things over the course of the last several years or so, and it is all thanks to you. Most recently, we helped out did rounds for rescues, helping out the Cooley Region Humane Society. Raised a lot of money thanks to all of you, so we thank you for that. We'll be doing it again for our No Tie event coming up, thanks to Schneider Accounting and Tax, Paul's Heating and Air Conditioning, and Piggies, and of course us at 95.7 The Rock. Details online at 957therock.com. Rock Foundation Championship gold on the line. Steel cage going to be lowered. Again, to win this match, you must either climb out of the steel cage, go through the door, pinfalls, or submissions count as well. We'll see which one of those happens as the bell rings, and we are underway here in Rock Arena, the newly decorated Rock Arena, getting our Rocktoberfest on. As Billy Doc Niles starting things off with a suplex on Ringboy, and T-Bone does him a favor and gives him a suplex right back and then drops an elbow onto his lower spine. Trying to take out the bigger man. You take out the trunk. You take out the midsection of the larger man in this match. And that takes away the power ability, takes away his ability to pick you up. And T-Bone flashing off his wrestling ability as he puts him into a trap suplex there. Ringboy in trouble in this match. Looked like Billy Doc Niles went for Mr. Fister there, but T-Bone just kind of fell over. I don't know. That might have actually worked out in his favor. Again, Rock Foundation Championship gold is on the line right now. Pinfall, submission, or climb out of the cage. Escape the cage any way you can. As Billy Doc Niles with a fireman takeover on T-Bone, and Ringboy came in there with a bitch slap and doesn't even phase Billy Doc Niles, as it looks like him and Billy Doc Niles and Ringboy kind of teaming up on T-Bone there for a second, and now Ringboy getting into this match with a beautiful butterfly suplex. Textbook butterfly suplex, and T-Bone not to be outdone, the suplex machine in this match, the suplex technician, if you will. He's not just IT, he's a suplex technician as well. Dropping that big elbow on Billy Doc Niles. This might have been a mistake on Mr. Fister's part, wanting this match to be in a steel cage and a triple threat match as well. But Billy Doc Niles, the longest reigning Rock Foundation champion, not one to turn down a challenge. Not to be outdone by Bags as well, who Bags, by the way, going to have to defend that RWF championship inside the Elimination Beer Tent. That will be our main event later on this evening. As Ringboy with a beautiful ear clap and a nice little side suplex, getting T-Bone out of the way. And a nice back body drop on Billy Doc Niles. Looks like Ringboy, the boss man, dominating in this match right now. Might even see a little bit more dancing. It looks like Ringboy. No dancing involved right now. He's going to try to climb that cage. T-Bone drags his ass back down, says hell no to that. You and your clogs, get your asses back down here. As T-Bone with a nice, look at that, the raw power of T-Bone with that deadlift gut wrench suplex. And it looks like he's got a little, well, it looked like he was going to go for a suplex, but snake eyes into the corner on Billy Doc Niles. The champion is in trouble in this match. Definitely at a risk of losing that Rock Foundation championship. Big belly-to-back suplex. It looks like Ringboy looked like he was charging up for something there, and he just ran into a suplex from T-Bone. And T-Bone with that nice lifting neck breaker. T-Bone, the inaugural Rock Foundation champion, dominating this match so far. Billy Doc Niles, the big man with a nice moonsault off the middle rope. I wasn't sure Billy Doc Niles could even get up that. Billy Doc Niles trying to escape the cage, but Ringboy went for a pinfall. What's going to happen here? Oh, Ringboy broke the pinfall to drag Billy Doc Niles back down. And it looks like Ringboy is going to be climbing in the cage. Ringboy is climbing in the cage. If he can get out of this cage, he will be the Rock Foundation champion. Both Billy Doc Niles and T-Bone are out of it. Ringboy is up at the top of the cage. T-Bone climbing up there with him. What's going to happen here? Little hug and a T-Bone pulling him off of the top of the cage. Damn, Ring Boy, the boss man of the entire building, inches away from becoming Rock Foundation champion for the very first time. T-Bone putting a stop to that. Big suplex off the top of that cage. I don't imagine either T-Bone or Ring Boy are going to be getting up for a while after that. Actually, looks like I may have spoken too soon as Ring Boy kind of slowly gathering himself together and working himself to his feet as he's going to grab the champion and throw him into the turnbuckle here, and a big shoulder to that lower back. Mr. Fister looked to be loading up for that wasteland. Nothing doing there as we're going to get a backstabber from Ring Boy. T-Bone with a nice... T-Bone went for a side suplex, but Ring Boy definitely showing his technical skills on this match. Who knew he had such mat technician powers, man? I guess being trapped in an office all day gets you thinking and gets you pondering how you're going to win a match, and it looks like Ring Boy going to hit a textbook butterfly suplex on the ring master himself, T-Bone. And then Billy Doc Niles just caught an elbow, and I think he might be busted open. The Rock Foundation champion, ladies and gentlemen, is busted open as Ring Boy hitting the Blatz Bomb. Ring Boy has hit his finisher, the Blatz Bomb. Are we going to get a cover here? 1, 2, and T-Bone coming in with the block there. Remember, pinfall, submission, or escape the cage. Ways that you can win this match. Ring Boy and Billy Doc Niles are out of it. T-Bone going to try his chance to climb the cage. T-Bone, the inaugural Rock Foundation champion, just inches away from having that title one more time. Ring Boy climbing the cage up with him. Is he going to pull him down the way that T-Bone pulled him off earlier? Ring Boy with a big German suplex off the top of that cage. T-Bone crashing and burning hard. Ring Boy going to climb the cage now as looks like Billy Doc Niles coming to the senses over, but he's on the opposite side of the ring. T-Bone trying to scramble to his feet as well. Ring Boy is on the top of the cage. Ring Boy starting to climb down, and we're going to have a new Rock Foundation championship here, ladies and gentlemen. Ring Boy climbing down to the bottom of the cage. If he touches the floor, we've got ourselves a new Rock Foundation champion. The head honcho, the big boss man of the entire building, Ring Boy, has now come away your Rock Foundation champion. What a hell of a match we just had, ladies and gentlemen. All three superstars of this match put their bodies on the line, probably shortened their careers as well. The champion, Billy Doc Niles, a.k.a. Mr. Fister, busted open in this match. Ring Boy taking every advantage that he could. He came in here dancing, having fun. Not too many people expected him to come away with the championship tonight. And yet here he is holding that Rock Foundation championship high. He went for a cover here. He had to break it up to stop Billy Doc Niles from crawling out. Hits the backstabber on him there. That was a beautiful maneuver. Hits the Blatz Bomb on the champion. That was part of the reason Billy Doc Niles wasn't able to get back up. He climbs out of that cage. And ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a new Rock Foundation champion. But has Ring Boy maybe bitten off more than he could chew? Because remember, the Rock Foundation Championship must be defended every single week here on RWF TV, so you must be a fighting champion to hold that belt. Is Ring Boy up for the task, or is he maybe in a little bit of trouble and maybe going to lose it next week? By the way, if you would like to pick Ring Boy's opponent for next week, you can handle that down in the comments below. It has been a hell of a night here on RWF Rocktoberfest, our third special event here in the RWF. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to bring us to our main event this evening. The Elimination Beer Tent Rock Foundation Championship, RWF Championship, the big belt on the line now. It has been held since our very first episode here on RWF television. It has been held by champion Bags, winning that championship title in our very first match here on RWF where we crowned a champion. He climbed up that ladder, pulled that belt down, and he has been champion since, beating Puck in a match, beating both Puck and Gene inside Hell in the Cell. And now the ultimate challenge, the Elimination Beer Tent. So here's what's going to happen. 6 people are in this match, including the RWF champion Bags. 2 of them will start things off. The other 4 will be locked in pods at each corner of the ring, a cage covering everybody. Of course, as we learned from RWF, our last episode, we now know at least part of the order of what's going to happen. It will start off with Bags and Brian. They are number 1 and number 2 in this ring. Number 6, the final position, by the way, going to L. Scott Roberto Shaw, who won that in the triple threat match last week. Everybody else in this match, Gene, Puck, and Decker, are given a random number. So we will start with Bags and Brian. Every 3 minutes, a pod will open, releasing a new superstar. Pinfall or submission. This is an elimination match. Now we're going to start things off as Brian, Bags and Puck. We had a little bit of a mix-up in the order. That's okay. Bags and Puck looking to start things off here. Remember, RWF Championship is on the line as Bags is going to climb up the ropes. And nice little swanton bomb off the middle rope there. Bags and Puck, a long storied history here in the RWF. Puck has challenged Bags twice now for that RWF Championship, coming away empty-handed both times. You better believe he wants his piece of flesh here. Puck with a nice axe handle slam into the middle of the back there on Bags. Remember, this is elimination. Pinfalls, submissions. You get pinned, you get submitted, you are out. We will do this until 5 of the 6 superstars have been eliminated. The last man or woman in will be our new RWF champion as Bags hangs up Puck on the ropes there. Yanks him down. Looks like he's going to drive a big knee into the chest of Puck. Remember, Bags, the RWF champion, is coming in from the number 1 position here. So statistically, the worst possible position you could be in for this match is Bags with a nice suplex on Puck there. And then dropping that knee down. The name of the game so far for Bags has been dropping knees, raining knees down all over Puck. You better believe out of anybody in this match Bags wants to eliminate, it's this man right here. Again, these two with a long storied history here in the RWF, and we're writing another chapter right here, right now. Bags has so far been dominating this match. Puck starting to pull himself back in now as he drops a suplex on Bags, and now a claw into the back, into the shoulder of the champion Bags. Now Scott Roberto Shaw up in the corner over there, up in the upper left-hand corner. Brian in the upper right-hand corner as Bags drags Puck over and snake eyes onto the top of that turnbuckle and a big kick to the chest. Remember, every 3 minutes a new pod will open. We're getting pretty close here as Bags hitting a capture suplex on Puck. That's usually precursor to the Midnight Metal. What are we going to see here? We're going to get a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. First cover of the evening. Nothing doing so far. Again, momentarily, one of those pods getting ready to open up. Who is it going to release first? As Bags will lift Puck up to his feet and gets a drag and screw leg whip. Puck lifting Bags back up to his feet. Went for a suplex. Looks like Bags got a leg in there to block him, and Bags hits him with a suplex on his own. Momentarily, another pod's getting ready to open, so we're getting ready to add another superstar into the mix. 10 seconds as Bags getting ready to hit the Midnight Metal on Puck. Midnight Metal into the corner. 1, 2, and 3. Puck has been eliminated as the Elimination Chamber spins. Who's coming out next? Looks like Decker now coming out to the ring as Puck making his way out of the Elimination Beer Tent. Decker now steps in to take on the RWF champion as Bags going to pick him up. A nice little snap suplex there into the corner. Remember, 3 minutes now on the clock. In 3 minutes, another superstar will enter the fray. Bags is coming in from the number 1 spot here. He is going to be tired. We still have 3 more superstars to get into this match. This Bags going to have the stamina to get through it, to outlast everybody and maintain that that RWF championship. He's going to have to go through hell to do it. Bags are going to hit a nice capture DDT there. Pulling Decker to the middle of the ring. We're going to get a cover maybe? Nope. Putting that wrist up and stomping down on the back of that arm. Taking the arms out of the equation of the bigger man here. Bags goes for a punch. Decker finally gets himself into this match. Nice rollover powerbomb. The big man Decker with an impressive athletic maneuver there. As Bags takes him off of his feet. And what's he got in mind here? Again, this for the RWF Championship belt. Bags coming in for the number 1 position. Still have L. Scott Roberto Shaw up in that upper left-hand corner. Brian in the upper right, and Gene down in the lower right. Puck has already been eliminated from this match. Decker not doing so good, but finally gets himself back into this match with a nice fireman carry slam. Decker picking up Bags and dropping him on the top rope there. Which momentarily, we should be releasing another superstar, another pod getting ready to open here. We had a little bit of a mix-up in the order. The first person in the ring, number 2 in the ring, was supposed to be Brian. I don't know what happened backstage that allowed the switch there. But Brian was supposed to be number 2, so maybe Puck is going to have a little something to say with Brian about that. Brian maybe did some backstage politicking to get himself into a pod and not in the number 2 position. We'll see how that plays out in the future. It looks like Bags is going to pick up Decker there with a nice blue thunder bomb. Falls count anywhere inside the elimination beer tent, by the way, so it does not have to happen in the ring, inside the ropes. It can happen anywhere in the ring. As Bags going to put a cover on Decker. 1, 2, no, but not even a 2 count, actually. That hand didn't even hit the mat. 10 seconds now. We're getting ready to add another superstar into the fray, here into the elimination beer tent. Who's it going to be as Bags drops a... Is he going to hit Midnight Metal on Decker? He's hitting Midnight Metal on Decker. We're going to get a cover. 1, 2, and 3. It looks like Decker has been eliminated now as Brian coming into this match. The RWF champion is putting on a clinic. He has now eliminated both Puck and Decker in this match. Brian has now come into the elimination beer tent. But how much stamina does Bags have left in the tank? I've got to believe he's showing so far that he's got enough to go the distance. Remember, 3 minutes now on the clock. And the next person out should be Gene, unless we get some sort of a malfunction in the pods. Bags with a nice little package driver there, adding a new move to his list. Bags dropping that hand down on Brian. Brian, again, was supposed to be the number 2 man in this match. He is now coming in at the number 4 position. So must have politicked his way through this. So I'm guessing at very least Puck, who was supposed to be in one of the pods, is going to have a little something to say with Brian about this later. We'll probably handle that next week on RWF television, but that's going to have to wait until next week because we've got ourselves a match right now. Elimination beer tent, RWF championship on the line as Brian dragging Bags up to the top rope, and looks like Bags has been spent now. Nice suplex off the top rope. And Brian going to get a cover on the RWF champion. 1, and just a 1 count. Referee Drew Peacock a little slow on that, slow getting down there. Is Brian going to climb the middle ropes now? Goes for an elbow drop, but no water in the pool. Bags with a beautiful drop kick. Should be seconds away from getting ourselves a third person in this match as Bags with a blue thunder bomb on Brian. Nice stomp to the hind end there. That's literally putting boots to asses. Bags looked like he was going to go for a DDT there, but Brian reverses out with a big clothesline, a big discus clothesline. Brian now showing his power, deadlifting the RWF champion. Bags a nice deadlift gut-wrench suplex. Brian getting into this match, taking out the arms of the RWF champion, who is at this point has got to be spent. How much gas does Bags have left in the tank? Bags is going to go for a cover. 1, and just a 1 count. Bags got a pair of fingers for Brian, saying, "You're not taking this RWF championship off my belt. None of you bitches are taking this off my belt. You're going to have to kill me first," as we now have 10 more seconds. We are releasing a pod. Now, this should be Gene unless we get some sort of malfunction in the system. Remember, L. Scott Roberto Shaw won that triple threat match. That means he should be the 6th man in. He should have the advantage coming in. And we did get a malfunction in the system as L. Scott Roberto Shaw looking upset about coming in here at the 5th position when he was promised the 6th as Bags hits Midnight Metal on Brian. We get a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Bryan kicking out of the Midnight Metal. First person to do so tonight is Scott Roberto Shaw getting into this match now. Jean, the only person yet to be into this match, sitting in her pod waiting. Letting her rest up. So Jean getting the 6th position here. I wonder if there was some backstage politicking going on. Remember, Scott Roberto Shaw should have been the 6th person into this match. He's coming in at the 5th. So just like Puck is probably going to have some words with Bryan, I imagine Scott Roberto Shaw is going to have some words with Jean, but that's, again, going to have to wait until a later date. Looks like Bryan's going to hit the small B on Scott Roberto Shaw. Big fist to the face. That's usually the precursor to the capital B, as Bags bringing himself to his feet. Nice fisherman suplex there from Bryan on Scott Roberto Shaw as Bags climbing the top rope. Bags up in the high rent district. Went for a drop kick on Scott Roberto Shaw, but it looked like Bryan might have pulled him out of the way a little bit there. As Shaw finally gets into this match with a nice judo throw there. In these kinds of matches, temporary alliances sometimes do form, and that looks like that's, well, it looked like it happened for a little bit there as Bryan and Bags look to be working together against Scott Roberto Shaw. That didn't seem to last, as Bags looks like he's loading up for the Midnight Metal again. Bags going to hit Midnight Metal on Bryan. Referee down for the cover. 1, 2, and Bryan kicks out. That is now 2 Midnight Metals Bryan is kicked out of. I'm surprised Bags has anything left in this match to go on. Remember, Bags came into this match from the number 1 spot. As Bags picking up Bryan. Going to throw him into that corner, and Scott Roberto Shaw taking advantage of that little misstep there. No, Bags going to get himself out of that maneuver. Scott Roberto Shaw. Nice little helicopter spin takeover on the RWF champion, who is now down in the middle of the ring. Shaw doing a little showboating there as Bryan catching his breath in front of his morning show partner, his morning sickness partner, Jean, over in the corner, the last person in this match to be brought in. Should be momentarily, that pod should be opening, as Bags finally bringing himself to his feet, as Bryan a nice deadlift gut wrench suplex on Shaw, and we've got now 8 seconds. We're going to bring Jean into this match, and then everybody will be in. Again, pinfall submission. This is an elimination match. Jean, the final competitor, coming into the elimination beer tent. Jean sort of picking and choosing who she's going to go for. Bags looks like he's kicking the snot out of Bryan, and Jean looks to be picking on Scott Roberto Shaw, as Bags going to try to get a cover on Simpson here. 1, 2, and a kick out. Jean with a nice top rope Hurricane Rana over on Shaw. Remember, Jean, the freshest person in this match, coming in at the number 6 position. Scott Roberto Shaw probably got something that probably wants to get some punches in on Jean, as it looks like she may have politicked her way into that number 6 position, which, remember, was rightfully belonging to Scott Roberto Shaw. And it looks like Bags and Bryan now fighting on the outside of the elimination beer tent. Remember, pins or submissions anywhere inside the elimination beer tent. It does not matter where it takes place. We're going to get a cover as Scott Roberto Shaw and Jean. 1, and a kick out. Just a 1 count out there. Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, this is for the RWF Championship. So the last person standing in this match going to be the title holder. Will the champion Bags be able to defend himself? As Shaw's going to hit. Shaw just hit the newsflash on Bryan. He's going to come in for a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. A very long 2, by the way. Bags and Jean taking this to the outside as Scott Roberto Shaw climbing the high rent district. Going to do so. What's he going to do here? What's he got in mind for Bryan? Nice top rope Hurricane Rana from Scott Roberto Shaw, the luchador in this match. His Bags going to maybe... Looks like Bags taking advantage of that high-risk maneuver from Shaw, and Shaw's just kind of letting him do it, turning his attention on Jean, as Bags going to hit a capture suplex on Bryan in the ring. And we're going to get a cover. 1, 2, and 3. We now have 3 people left in this match, as Bryan has now been eliminated. Bryan has now been eliminated from this match. So far, Bags has eliminated everybody else in this match. Is Bags going to hit Midnight Metal on Shaw? Bags hitting Midnight Metal on Shaw. We're going to get a cover on the outside of the Elimination Beer Tent. 1, 2, and a kick out. You know, if Gene and Shaw were smart, they would team up and try to take the RWF champion out of this equation. As Gene now going to get a cover. 1, 2, and 3. Bags has been taken out of the match, ladies and gentlemen. The RWF champion has been taken out. Coming in from the number 1 position, I'd say he threw on one hell of a show. But Gene getting the cover on Bags, and that is it. We are guaranteed to get ourselves a new RWF champion here tonight at RWF Rocktoberfest. Is it going to be Gene? Is it going to be Shaw? Shaw taking Gene back into the ring. Again, the RWF champion just got eliminated by Gene. As Shaw with a big kick to the face. That's usually the precursor to the newsflash. Are we going to see it here? Are we going to see it here, ladies and gentlemen? RWF Championship on the line. Next elimination is the last, and we will have ourselves a new champion. Shaw is loading up for it. Here it is. Newsflash. Corner of the ring. Cover. 1, 2. And we have ourselves a new RWF champion, and it is El Scott Roberto Shaw. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been one hell of a night here on RWF Rocktoberfest. My name is Paps LaRue, and my voice is shot at this particular point, but it has been all for one hell of an evening. Bags had eliminated almost everybody in this match. As he gets pucked with the Midnight Metal, we get a cover, and that is a 3 count. Hitting the Blue Thunder Bomb on Decker. He would later eliminate Decker via the Midnight Metal. Blue Thunder Bomb on Brian. He would also eliminate Brian from this match. But then Gene put the elimination on Bags. L. Scott Roberto Shaw taking advantage of her. That RWF Championship going home with L. Scott Roberto Shaw, ladies and gentlemen. This has been one hell of an evening here on RWF Television. We will see you next Friday. We will see you next Saturday with RWF Episode 13. L. Scott Roberto Shaw hoisting that RWF Championship high, and deservedly so. Remember, he was supposed to come in at the number 6 position. He ended up coming in at the number 5th position. I'm imagining he doesn't really much care now, as he now carries that title into our next show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paps LaRue. We'll see you next week on RWF Rockfest.